I screwed up again. I did the same thing last year. I told myself, don't do it. Don't ever do that again. And yet again, I did it. But I think I just got a little bit of luck that turned in my favor. Let me tell you all about it. So as you can see, we've still got snow piles here on the ground. And 2 days ago, we had 5 inches of snow on the ground. We got a big warm up throughout the night, a bunch of rain, and everything melted. And I came out here in the garden to check, and the ground is actually kind of squishy. And with these raised beds here, they did not freeze solid. So last year I wasn't able to get my garlic in the ground in time. I ended up planting it in December. This year we're at the end of December, but I think I just lucked out with the warm spell coming through, the ground not being froze, and I'm gonna try to slam in my garlic and see what we get. Last year we did get a harvest, it was fine. I just like to get it in the ground a little bit earlier than, the end of December, right? So we're gonna try to slam this garlic in here. I don't have the garden all cleaned out, but I do have this row right here, a little half row that I think will work just fine for our garlic this year. So we're gonna get that in, and then we're gonna see what else we've got going on around the homestead here. Follow along, guys. Homesteading in Michigan in December. Oh, yeah. There's a big old carrot. We're gonna eat that guy. I'm really surprised that soil right there is not froze at all. Now you go out here in the yard anywhere and that ground is solid. We've had quite a cold part of the beginning of winter right here, so I was really hoping this wasn't froze up at all, and it's not. So we're gonna go throw this garlic in. I want to show you something. I did not go on any real cool organic websites to get our garlic bulbs this year. Last year I did. I got elephant garlic. I got all this cool garlic. This year we went to a normal grocery store, bought this bag of garlic. I think it was $4.99 for this whole bag. This is what I'm using. We're gonna give it a shot, see if we can get some garlic to grow off this store-bought grocery store garlic. I think it'll work just fine. Worst case, if this does not work, I'm only out $5 to give it a shot. Those are some pretty nice size cloves right there too. So usually this time of year, we are really busy doing all the fall things. We're out hunting and cutting wood, and for some reason, the garlic always gets missed. We did this last year as well. We're gonna give it another shot. Look at that clove of garlic. That's a nice one. We've been eating our garlic that we grew last year, and I still have a bunch. The intent was I had saved enough to replant our garlic this fall, but we didn't really like the garlic that we got. Some of it was really small, so I didn't like that, and some of it, like the elephant garlic, it just wasn't the flavor that we liked. We liked something a little bit more garlicky, a little bit more robust, I would say, and we just didn't care for it. So why keep planting it if we don't like it, right? I have a friend of mine that I've mentioned on this channel many times, Roscoe. He has done things like this many times, worked out great, no problem at all. And you guys know that when you go to some of these seed stores and go to buy your garlic, it's really expensive. And the whole point of this garden is to save money, not spend it. So why spend 10 bucks for a clove when I can buy a whole bag for 5. So we did this last year. We waited too long, and me and Candace said, hey, let's just go put in what we've got, because we already had the garlic to plant. We figured, all right, if it takes, it takes. If it don't, it don't. And lo and behold, it took, and everything was fine. Now, last year we did go and buy garlic from a seed place, like a Johnny's seed. I can't remember if it was Johnny's or somewhere else, but we had got it from a place like that, and we figured that stuff is so expensive for what it is. I mean, literally, you can go buy a whole jar of minced garlic for a couple dollars. But we know that this is as organic as we're gonna get right here, and that's what we're trying to do. If you guys never planted garlic, just take your clove on the root end like that and just push it in the ground. We got all our garlic planted, and I still got a little bit to eat on here in the bag. And I'm not gonna do anything with this crazy. All I'm gonna do is just tickle some dirt into the hole, cover everything up. I'm not gonna fertilize it. I'm not gonna top dress it. I'm not gonna compost it. I'm not gonna do anything with it right now. The next time I get some straw for the chicken coop and we go to clean that chicken coop out, I usually have some leftover straw. I'll come by and throw some straw on top of it. But that's all I'm gonna do until spring. Now in the spring, I will fertilize and top dress once the snow melts and the ground starts to warm up a little bit. We'll put some stuff on it then. I forgot, I've got some carrots over there, and I gotta dig one up and see if they're any good. Because if they're good, I'm pulling them and we're gonna preserve them. All right, here's my carrot row. This was my second succession of carrots from last year, and this is something else that I didn't get to until I got too much snow on top of it. But I just pulled that one out accidentally over here, and must have been a volunteer carrot from our first succession. I'm gonna pull one of these and see if they're any good. If they're still good underneath. I mean, I know the tops have died, but we don't eat the tops, right? So let's pull one of these guys, see if I can find one here. Oh yeah. That carrot actually feels really good. Some of them are small, but I think we take these big ones, or yeah. Ooh, there's nothing wrong with that carrot at all. It's completely fine. So I think we're gonna go through here, pick these carrots out, and we're gonna take them inside and preserve them. I bet you these guys are really sweet too. All right, we're back out to the garden. I got my little bucket, and we're gonna grab these carrots. Might as well do something with them, right? I planted them for a reason. Wow, that is quite a few carrots right there, especially for not expecting to, you know, have any carrots. I thought I let them go too long. These seem to be pretty good. I'm gonna take them in, wash them up, and we're gonna take a second look at them, make sure there's no punky ones in there, but I think they'll be fine. Probably not gonna can this batch. I'll probably end up freezing them, if I had to guess. We did a bunch of frozen carrots this fall. Actually, it was in the summer when we did that, and they seemed to turn out really good. Everybody liked them, so probably do some more frozen carrots. And it was a nice day out. The sun was almost out for a minute. In the end of December in Michigan, the sun doesn't come out. It'll come back out, and yeah, probably the beginning of March is when it usually starts showing its head. But we'll go, you know, 2-3 weeks without even having any sun. It's just cloudy like this, so that's all right. We learned to live with it. So I think we're done here out in the garden right now. I'm gonna see what else I can get done today while it's nice out. Probably go, you know, take a stroll around the house and the barn here. just to see if the snow has damaged anything, if anything needs to be picked up or moved around. Now's the time to do it. We've got about a week stretch here where it's going to be nice, and I say nice like 30s and 40s and no snow. But then after that, we've got a big stretch of cold and snowy winter is what they're calling it. We'll see. But usually if a couple, 2 or 3 different places are calling for a cold part of the winter, it's usually going to happen. So we're taking this time right now to enjoy it. I'm out here in my hoodie and I'm in the garden. I got my hands dirty and that's where I like to be. So we're going to continue. Candace ran to town, do a little after Christmas shopping. She had to pick up a few things for another Christmas we're going to have. I did not let her know that I was going to pick carrots. So this is going to be a surprise when she gets home. No matter, it's not that many. We'll throw these in the sink, get them washed up, and we'll tackle them together. It won't take us very long at all. Yeah, I got a little windy out here. I think it's starting to chill off a little bit too. It's not as nice as it was a couple hours ago. Kind of just looking around here at the old place, making sure everything's good. Don't have any crazy tree branches on anything. Nothing like that. Everything looks good. I was trying to convince Candace and the kids that this would be an excellent time to pick up the Christmas decorations. Since there's no snow on anything, the ground's softened up, I can get these stakes out of the yard. But they weren't having any of it. They want to keep the lights up for a little bit. Why not? 'Tis the season, right? So yeah, everything's good around here. I got 2 projects I want to get done yet in the next couple days while it's still warm. One of them is I got to pick my deer blinds up from out back. Reason being, when the ground's softened like this, I can get the stakes out and I won't risk damaging the blinds at all. The problem is the trail's a bit muddy, so if I take the truck back there to get all that, I risk getting stuck, especially with the inch of rain that we got overnight. I still think I want to do that though. The other thing is I've got to get the tractor back going for when it does get real bad around here. My neighbor's been nice enough to come plow me out the last few snows here, and it's been excellent, and I thank you very much for that. Helped out tremendously. But I still like to have the tractor out and about just in case we get a real heavy snow. You know, you get a foot of snow, there's only so much you can do with a small plow. So yeah, I'd like to be able to, if needed, run over to his house and plow him out too if we get a bad snow. The other thing is that woodshed. Notice how low it is. I've already burnt probably 1.5 cords or better out of there, and at this pace we're gonna run out of wood, so we're gonna need to start restockpiling that woodshed here real quick. I've got some trees I've been scouting out here I need to get down. Not gonna do that today, but we're going to be doing that in some upcoming videos. Probably going to go out and cut some wood and see what we can do to get that thing stacked back up. But for right now, I think we're going to go out back, try to pick up a couple blinds and get that stuff picked up. We're pretty much done with the hunting season around here right now. We can still hunt, but I want to use this time right now to get those blinds picked up. If I wait until it gets real cold and snowy, I risk not being able to get them out of the woods very easy. So I think now is probably the best time to do that. And if I still want to hunt, I can go sit by a tree. I've done that many times. I can go take a walk and see what I see. But for right now, I think the pop-ups are done. All right, we're back out here to the woods at blind number 1, and we've got a small issue. This blind looks like it lost its top. Yeah. Oh, there's a little bit of water on there too. Looks like this one I didn't even stake down. I just found some trees to tie it to. So the top piece just had one of these poles here that had snapped out. Looks like it broke, but I snapped it back in, and it seems to work. I don't like those plastic hubs like that. I've had them snap before on me. We had about 4 inches of snow on this the other day. I'm guessing that's what pushed the top in. But it's a little wet. We're gonna take this, throw it in the back of the truck quick. We'll take it up to the house, put it in the pole barn, let it dry out for a couple days, and before we pack it up for the winter. Let's get this stuff loaded. All right, we got that one picked up. This was a new spot for me. I've never hunted here exactly before. Seen a lot of deer, didn't get any deer. So that's how it goes. We're gonna try to go up this trail and around the corner, and I know it's wet. I got the 4-wheel drive. Let's see what this Chevy's got, eh? Little squishy. A lot of water out in that field. I gotta get back here and fill these holes in. There's a bunch of holes down this trail that are becoming bottomless. Well, we made it around the corner. My hops yard over here fell down this fall, so we got to get that picked up. But there's a bunch of cable and tie downs and stuff in there, so we are going to try to back up to that blind. Not too bad. Hey, we made it. We're gonna get this guy picked up and back up to the house. This one might be fun. It's really breezy out right now, so it might go for a ride. Yep. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. That's what I was saying about those plastic hubs. This Ameristep blind has got steel hubs like this, way stronger. All right, we got everything unloaded, drying out in the barn. And that's one big job that I really wanted to get done before it got real nasty out here. So I'm glad that's picked up. Got a few other things I think we're gonna try to tackle here too. The other thing I want to get done today is I want to pick up this beehive right here. I've already got into it, I've checked. The bees vacated on me this year. They're not in there, they're not around, but I don't want this to sit out in the elements all winter long. All I'm going to do is take it down and I'm going to throw it inside the pole barn, at least so it's not getting snowed on all year, and we can start anew in the spring. Let this guy dry out inside. Pull one of these guys out. It's drawn comb, but there is nothing left in here. Let's check this bottom brood box out, see if there's anything in here too. Some pollen. That's pretty empty, guys. We're gonna take this stuff in the pole barn and just get it out of the winter weather. One nice thing is next year we'll have fully drawn out comb for a whole new beehive, and we won't have to wait for them to draw out that comb. They can kind of move right in and start their work. Just some cappings in there. All right, we got this set up in here. I just put a piece of OSB on it, keep any critters out of it, any robbing. This is my other hive here. Did the same thing, just put a piece of OSB up there. But we're gonna let this stuff dry out and wait till next spring. Must be time for chickie chores, because they're all waiting for their afternoon snack. Well, this is what it's like kind of hanging out at Gagne Farms when it's nice out in the beginning of winter. All right, here you go, chickies. It's nice to have these little breaks during the winter just to kind of check up on your homestead and be able to go around and make sure everything's all right and everybody's doing good, and little projects that need to be completed throughout the latter part of the winter. Let's check, see if we got any eggs here. No eggs. So this is the part of the year that I'm sure everybody is having the same problem with that we are. We're just not getting any eggs right now. Now I know we do have some older chickens, but this seems to be a little bit worse off than it usually is. We usually have a slowdown this time of year, but for whatever reason this year seems to be really slow. I think it's been a week since I've gotten an egg, and that's not good. That means we're just feeding pet chickens. So I know you guys are having the same problems that we are. Everybody does this time of year. I don't know. I don't like it. Oh, I don't know. I know some of you guys are from Michigan, but I just seen that our state has passed a new law that says all the large egg producers have to be cage free. Everybody's saying that our egg prices in Michigan are gonna go way up because of that. I don't know if that's the case or not, but best thing I can say is buy local, because if all the major egg producers are going up higher than what they are right now, you're gonna want to buy your eggs from somebody that's doing a little bit more pasture raised, cage free type of egg, and that's what we're doing here. So just a word to the wise. I don't know how many of you guys out there have the same kind of laws in your state, but that's something that's coming up new here for us in Michigan. Well, we were able to get a bunch of projects done today. I got a few things picked up, got our garlic planted and our carrots picked, which I really did not think we were going to be able to get done at all this year. Thanks again, guys, for hanging out with me. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed already, consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel. We'll catch you guys later.